Hey guys, welcome to lesson 7, part 2. Most of this is going to be just review from part 1. So if you'll remember in part 1, we went over these three properties. So when you multiply, you add the exponent. When you divide, you subtract the exponent. So we're going to subtract the logs. And power property, remember, that's our leapfrog rule. So that exponent is going to jump out in front. So those are the three properties we talked about yesterday. Remember, this is a condensed version, all of these, and this is the expanded version, all of these. So we're going to just kind of start off by reviewing those. So for these, I want you to expand. This should be a review. So I think I'm going to go ahead and push pause, fill it out, and then just make sure we're both on the same path. Okay, guys, this is what you should have gotten for your answer. So notice that all of these are being multiplied together, except for this one, and that's the only one that's going to have the subtraction. Also, I want to point out like the exponents, they leapfrogged out in front. That's where they went. Oh, and the last thing I want to talk about is this natural log. Remember, that's at log base e, so we're just going to treat that as a regular logarithm. So notice nothing was weird about that. Okay, so for the next part, I want you to review the condensing, the expression, and I want you to go ahead and fill out this multiple choice part as well. So see if you can do those 5 things for me. I'm going to push pause, so you do too. Okay, so for this next part, for the condensing, um, these should be your answers. So notice anytime you have a subtraction, again, it's division. Here, I went ahead and leapfrogged it up. Remember what I said in the part 1 of this lesson is like make sure you're only writing the logarithm one time when you're going from expanding to condensing, unless they're like different logarithms, which we've seen that before. But make sure like you're training yourself to do that. I think it really helps. Something I wanted to point out, let me do this in a different color. This right here. So I just wanted to kind of tell you how I got from here to here if you're not seeing it. So 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. So I had 1/4 times 40. And so 1/4 of 40 is 10. So that's how I got that one. And then finally, for this multiple choice one, um, so I showed my work here. So I leapfrogged this 3 back up. So I got 10 to the third power, which is 216. And so that ended up being C. Okay, so guys, I'm going to tell you that there's some calculators that will do everything for you. So if you have a TI-84 calculator or better, they do a lot for you. Like I have an older one and it's not as good, so it doesn't. Um, but if you have one of those and you want to reach out to me and let me know that you have one of those, I can show you how to do it on your calculator. But most calculators, including mine, we have to use this change the base property. Sorry, I don't know why it's cutting it off. So this is a property. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of split it up. So what we do have access to, even though I cannot write this as log base 8 of 35, what we do have access to is the LOG or the LN button. And so for these, you can use either one. I'm just going to use the LOG button. So look at this. This is going to be our pattern. So we're going to put this number on top and this number on bottom. So let me show you what I mean by that. So log of 35 divided by log of 8, like that. So then I can type this in my calculator, get a yucky decimal, type that in my calculator, get a yucky decimal, and I'm going to put the rounded version of this. So make sure you're getting that. If you're not, please let me know and I can walk you through it. So for these problems right here, I just want you to practice that. So remember, you're going to put these numbers on top of your fraction, and then the base, you're going to put those numbers on the bottom of your fraction. So I think what I'm going to do is push pause again and let you guys kind of have at it, and then we'll compare answers. Okay, guys, so this is how I set each of these up. And then these were my answers for each of them. So again, if you're having issues, just let me know. But other than that, I think it's pretty straightforward once you get your calculator figured out. So that is it for lesson two.